Yo,
What's up?
There we go. We have Johnny and I came from the Browning. Welcome in. How are you guys
thanks for
today?
having us. Perfect.
Appreciate you. Appreciate
Like
you.
2 hours of sleep. We're
Oh.
good. Perfect.
You're used to this, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's cold here. It's been like 45 degrees the past week, so we're down with this weather. It's perfect. Yeah.
Right. Where were you? Where did you just
We had
come
a
from?
we had a 15-hour drive to a festival in Czech Republic and no AC in our bus. It was
Fuck.
beautiful. Yeah. It was the bus in the inside of the bus 45, no air. So this is much better than that at
Yeah.
a minimum. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any AC here this year either, but the rain just cooled us off a little bit,
Yes.
right?
No. I appreciate it.
Good. Hello, everyone. My name is Kiki. My pronouns are she, her, and I love a good crossover. So I'm really happy that I can talk to you all today. And in the next half hour, we don't have that much time this time. We will try to understand how the Browning blends these genres and what has been helpful to you throughout 20 years of band.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like I started it when I was like 14 years old, just as a thing that I did for fun on MySpace, like everyone did when they were 14. And I was really into Dance Dance Revolution. It was like the main game I played. I played a lot of DDR, but I also listened to like Hatebreed and Amon Amarth. So, I was wanted to take my favorite parts of dance music and put it with my favorite parts of metal. So that's basically what the concept came from. Was I love the melodies in European dance music like hardstyle and all that stuff, like artists Donkey Rollers from Netherlands, like all that. But then of course like European metal as well. And so it was just take my favorite metal with my favorite dance music, and it was really bad, but
Yeah.
when I first started. But you get there 20 years later where I'm pretty confident that it sounds good now, I think.
No. It absolutely does. Before we dive into it a little bit more, I want to tell or remind the audience, if you have been before here at the forum, you know that QR code means you can submit your questions. Scan that QR code and tell us what you want to know from the Browning. I want to know a little bit more about that. So Dance Dance Revolution and Amon Amarth, how did you get into metal? Where did you hear it first?
For me, this is gonna, like, for people my age, like Yahoo Music, stuff like that doesn't exist anymore, but it used to just like autoplay music videos. And going from stuff like System of a Down and Korn, but then randomly like Nile or As I Lay Dying would come on. And so that's how it got me into the heavier stuff. But I pretty quickly jumped to like way too heavy of stuff like Annotations of an Autopsy, and that got me into like MySpace, like Nintendo Core and Slam. So I went from like Korn to like I Am Error, like Nintendo Core on MySpace, like very quickly, and got you into metal.
Yeah?
So I first listened to like rock, like Linkin Park got me started into into like the whole rock thing, and then in 8th grade I heard The Devil Wears Prada for the first time. Their cover of Still Fly, that got me into like the metalcore, and then I branched off. I listened to like Oceano, Crimson Armada, and then my little brother, who's our drummer, he's setting up drums right now. He got me into the Browning, and
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, dang, I never heard this type music before.
Yeah, there's a nice picture of the Browning playing on tour in Orlando, and he was like, I don't know, freaking 8 years old, like right up here to me. Still is, but it is crazy to throw back him and his little brother in the band now, and it's like I don't know, it's really cool to have people in the band that actually love the music, like even like growing up with it and everything. So
Yeah.
we're at a really good spot right now with the band.
Was that how you met?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
fans at a concert, after a
Yeah.
concert?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Damn.
so that was the first time we met, and he does stuff online. He does these really stupid videos like all the time. I don't know if anybody's seen those. And, yeah, see, and so
I
yeah,
can't see you, but I appreciate you.
and so yeah, we met through that. It was getting him to post videos about like new music that I was doing, and did an interview, and then that's I didn't even know he liked the band or anything, because I meet a million people at concerts, and then he showed me a picture from way back in the day. I was like, he's making me look real
Yeah.
old right now. But yeah, and so it worked out perfect in the gap that we had from like over the pandemic. Everybody got jobs and all this. But I'll do the Browning for my whole life, and had a gap in the band. I just randomly asked him like, "Do you want to, come on tour when we start touring again?" And here we are. Now his little brother's in the band somehow.
Yeah.
That happened. That's super cool. Do you still make the videos? Do you do them for the band now?
Do I still do them for the band?
He posts like 5 times a
I
day.
post like,
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Like I
Wow.
still do the videos. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, yeah. I still do the videos.
So that came really naturally and very practical for you to have, video content marketing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think it's one of the main things that helps with, because I've just always focused like straight on music and touring, especially the Browning. It has toured, 250 days out of the year for like a decade, before, and so I wasn't really focused. I didn't post on Instagram for like 5 years. So then to get someone in the band that's what they do, it helps a lot with like the modern era and what bands have to do nowadays,
Yeah.
So really helpful having this fool.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been speaking with many musicians who feel also that pressure of not only having to be a musician. Back in the old days, the golden era of music, all you had to do was write songs and play them. Now you also have to be a social media manager. You have to do silly TikTok dances, or and also look at the band as a, especially if you're a DIY band, as a company, as a business. And I think that you do that pretty well.
Yeah, it's you kind of get it naturally over the years of touring for half a decade, playing to 10 people. You got to figure out how to make money work, And 'cause we always were bigger in Europe, but in the States, I mean, it was a grind for a long time, playing to literally 10 or 20 people for a long time,
Yeah.
And so you figure out how to make the money last. And once the band is at a position where it's really, doing well, you still have to apply those things,
Yeah.
And, but yeah, and I think that one thing for the Browning is the sound is so unique that it has helped us last like this long, really, because, and it's one thing that I love about how the band is now, having people that were fans of the music, is that like nobody's trying to get it to not sound like the Browning. I worked with a big label for a while, and they were trying to have me write, like rock versions of what the Browning would be. Like we need to try to get radio crap, and like it always took it away from like what I want the Browning to be, which is the most electronic metal band that exists,
Wow.
And there's other ones that do, but the Browning does it in like a darker, like harder way than other bands might, like Electric Callboy. They're one of my favorite bands.
Really?
And yeah, they're like the closest band to us, but they're like the good and the evil side, So like we're the dark, heavy version of it, and I want to keep it that way. And having people in the band that love that side of what the Browning is, nobody's trying to not have it be that. And so the modern version of the Browning really is the best version of what I've always tried to be. Because now I also don't suck at making techno, so it's really good now.
Yes. Is that your new marketing slogan? Can we dub you the evil Electric Callboy?
Yo, sure, yeah.
Actually, yeah, do that.
You heard
Do
it here
that.
first.
Yeah.
Evil Electric Callboy.
Yeah, they're great. We've toured with them multiple times in Europe, and they were a big reason that the Browning had a good push in Europe initially and everything. And they're some of the best people I've met. But yeah, they've gone that way, and we're definitely going way far this way, on that
Yes.
side of things. So I love them though. They're still my favorite band, like really.
Yes. Going back to the business side a little bit more, I want to talk about your merch products and and the line of different things that you have, because that's something that I would advise every band have different price range products, sell more than just the T-shirt. I am a huge metalhead. I don't own one single band T-shirt because I find them boring.
That's all he wears is band T-shirts. It's
What?
yeah, that's all he wears.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's a true metal fan. I just
Yeah,
wear black
yeah.
T-shirts. That's it. No, with us, again over COVID, me and him even had a business that we were running over the pandemic where we were making a bunch of different products and selling at trade shows and stuff like that. And I always thought that if I applied myself to like a real business that makes money, like I applied myself to a band, it would be successful. And that totally was true. And that got me into like manufacturing and figuring out how to make, weird random products and connections in the manufacturing realm. And then with going back full time with the band, it was apply that same mentality of like a product based business, but to a band to help it function better. And so, the music is obviously the focus, but for us to travel around the world, and fly all over, we flew in today on a plane to come here, and you have to have products that pay for that stuff, And so, applying the business model of just a normal business that sells stuff at trade shows, applying that to a band is, very important to make it function. Like, this is all of our people's full-time job, We have 6 people that are full-time with this. And so, yeah, our table items. He does the merch for us. He sells the stuff at the shows still, and so he gets to talk to 1,000 people a day. Just
exactly.
Thank you.
It's
for
like
that.
it's boots on the ground.
Yeah,
I
he
get to
is.
see what they like and just how they respond to the certain merch, because you only could wear shirts so many times. You wear the
Exactly.
same shirt for 10 years. It's like
Absolutely.
you only got one color. It's black, so might as well switch it up. Get something unique from the band you like.
Yeah. What's
So-
the best seller
As in shirts or just
in
like
general
table
of your
items?
merch?
When we was running, we had like wallets.
Mm.
Wallets were like hot. They were
Nice.
hot off the press.
We've
Yeah,
been
it's-
selling a bunch of tech decks too.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
unique stuff like that. We want stuff that people can like use on a daily basis. Like, I make a lot of stuff at home myself too. Like, I have a laser engraver and different things like that, and like making bottle openers by hand and selling them at the merch table and stuff. And so, on our merch table, we had 20 different items. Like, actually, 20 different items. It's a lot to
Amazing.
it's a lot to organize. But we got freaking puzzles and such random stuff. But it's cool, and it helps us that fans want to have unique items like that. But I think it also gives the fans something that's a little different and something they can actually use rather than just a T-shirt. So we put a lot of time into it. Like, basically in between tours, like, I'm writing music and me and him are figuring out what's the next items we can work on. And so it's a full-time thing, figuring out merchandise.
Right. Talking about the writing music that you were just saying, that's kind of the topic of the session, merging realms. Have you ever had backlash from true metalheads?
Shoot. With the Edge the other day, at the festival in Czech Republic. I mean, it was us into Napalm Death, into 6 Feet Under, into I mean, or like we played a random show in Peoria, Illinois, which none of you guys here know Peoria, Illinois, but it's a small little town in Illinois, and we played like a 100 cap club, and it was Dying Fetus, Goat Whore, the Browning. So yeah,
What a party.
yeah. I mean, we just go full on no matter what.
Yeah.
It's whatever. It doesn't matter if it's in front of 5 people or today in front of 10,000. Like, we're doing the same thing either way. Whether there's some 50-year-old with a gray hair down to his butt flipping us off the whole time, or it doesn't bother us at all. It's something that you have to get used to for sure, though. Like Yeah, for every dude that's out there doing that, there's 1,000 other people that are loving it. And so, yeah, and it's just anything you do, you have to get thick skin, whether it's online comments and it's just everything. And with merging the realm, a bunch of people, techno and metal don't go together, and I think that we proved that wrong, like, very well. Because we play all these metal festivals, and you get. Everybody is loving it. And one thing I love about the Browning shows is like I feel like we have such good overall crowd participation just because the music allows it so much. And whenever we're writing with the live show like 100% in mind, to keep like engagement high. So even if the whole crowd's not moshing, everyone's clapping, people are jumping or just bobbing around. It's like it's written for the live show. And so yeah, I don't really care about anybody saying anything about how synths don't belong in metal or whatever. And it's just the way that it's gonna go. I think in the future all the big metal bands will have some form of synths in it, I think. Yeah
That's also a big topic right now, the future and what is happening with artificial intelligence and all of the overproduced, super polished music that's going out there. The market is saturated with it, and also full of AI slop that not everyone recognizes at first. How do you make sure that the human, the organic side of your composing, of your songwriting actually goes through and touches and reaches the fans?
Yeah, for me, like, I'm not too, like just from a personal level, I'm not the most concerned about like some random dude in Indiana sitting in his mom's basement putting out AI music. You know, that's not
Even
something.
though he makes 8 million
Well,
in
I know
royalties all of a sudden.
it's a lot, but like really for bands, you know, when did writing good music ever determine if you were going to be successful? You know, and so like if AI can dump out good music, that's one thing, but there's another thing of actually putting on a good show. I think the human connection at festivals, at concerts, or sitting here doing this is the thing that is definitely going to separate like the real bands from people doing that. And also touring and shows is how bands make 95% of their money too. And so it is going to oversaturate the stuff, but again, like he makes personal content. He posts every single day interacting with people. We respond to majority of the comments on Facebook. Like we're interacting like nonstop. And so for me, I'm personally not concerned about it because we're touring all the time. We're with people in person, and I think that as much as the internet is going to be flooded with bullcrap like that, like I think that's just going to make live shows and experiences like festivals and stuff like this that much better in the future.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. All right, we have 5 more minutes before we go into our Q&A session. So just a reminder for the audience that the QR code is meant to be scanned for your questions to be submitted.
Oh, my fault. Just noticed a lot of more people came up in here. Sorry.
Yes.
They want to see you in the flesh, hardcore Keem.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes. Question for the both of you. What is the most practical advice that you could give the audience for content production and for, just staying as a band enduring for 20 years?
As far as content, don't be afraid to put out the content. It's like you record the content, you spend your time editing it, and then you never post it. Post it. Who cares? If you really want to get into this, you're going to have to get thick skin. Everybody's not going to like your content. Everybody's not going to like you. Oh, well. Just do it. Put out the content. Do whatever you want. And just be happy, really.
Yeah,
If it makes you happy, do it.
and you never know where it's going to lead to either. I mean, look
That
at it,
is also true.
It's like you never know what it's going to. When
Yeah.
he started posting videos of him moshing in the street in front of his house, he didn't think he'd be playing Tuska Fest in front of 10,000 people
Yeah.
a couple years later,
Oh, that's
Right.
true. Yeah, so
Just do it.
it does lead you to opportunities because he would have never found me without my content. And when I first started, everybody's like, "Oh, this is cringe. Oh, this sucks. Oh,
It's
you're a
still cringe,
poser." Yeah, they still say that, and it's like, "Oh, you're a poser." But it got me to where I am now. I can provide for my family better than at a 9 to 5. So it's awesome.
Take
Start.
every opportunity, every
Do
chance.
it. Do it. Do it.
And it's the same with music too. Like, I mean, even for myself, I fall victim to having 15 different music projects that I'm like, I'm going to start a slam band. I'm going to start a, freaking pop. I'm going to write a rap album. Like, I have so many albums that are just in my computer that nobody will ever hear. And so, like, if just put your music on the internet and just put it out there. It doesn't matter how bad it sounds. Like, go look up the Browning, Bring Your Gats. That's the first Browning song I ever put out. It is terrible. It's Fruity Loops, fake guitars, like, and so again, just do it, and just again, don't care what people are saying about you, and because if we did, I mean, I over the years I've had a million people say, maybe you should dial back the synthesizers, maybe you should do some clean singing, maybe you should do this, and it's like if I did any of that, the Browning would. You've seen a million bands come and go because they all try to follow whatever trend is happening. But it's like the bands that last are bands that focus on how can you make this financially work for everybody, not just like one guy, because that's where a lot of bands fail is like one guy is, screwing everybody else over. But how can you make it work for everybody? And then how do you make it to where the biggest thing is make it so that your music, you're the only band that they can go to listen to like that. Because if you write something that sounds like Whitechapel, people will just go listen to Whitechapel. They're going to gravitate towards the bigger thing. So do something, find a niche that is to where it's like, if I want to listen to something that sounds like the Browning, you have to go listen to the Browning,
Listen to the Browning.
Or or what they say, the good side, Electric Callboy.
We had just yesterday. We had a session here with Lee Jennings from the Funeral Portrait. He said that he's the reason why he's still doing this is that he never had a plan B. Do you have a plan B, or did you ever?
I have a daughter, so yes, I have a plan B, C, D, you know. And so, yeah, I love Lee. We toured with him way back in the day. I think Funeral Portrait opened up a tour with us in, 2013 or something. And he's a really good example of the industry, fighting against him forever and just sticking to it and just doing the thing. And so Funeral Portrait is a good example of just doing the thing and not caring what people are telling you. And so they're a really good example of that for sure. But yeah, no, we got kids. We have a lot of plans for sure.
All right. Let's see what the audience wants to know. Do we have questions?
I have a question.
We have 18 questions.
18?
Yeah. What's your question?
My question is, can anyone confirm if we've played in Helsinki before? I don't think we have, but it's been a long time. No? Okay, thank you. I had to
Welcome
confirm
to
that.
Finland. And also, I think it's 23,000.
23,000, not 10. Okay.
Yeah, so.
I also thought we were on like the tiny stage whenever I didn't know we were playing on that one. So that's also very cool.
18 questions. Captain America wants to know, when or how did you guys realize that there was a niche for your type of music? Is there any, yes, and the Browning rules.
Thank you. I mean, I was way into Nintendo Core whenever I first started. So like, it was back in the MySpace days. I was listening. Again, if you go back and listen to it, all of it sounded terrible. All the Nintendo Core stuff on MySpace sounded terrible, but it was extremely, heavy, like grindcore with synthesizers. And for me, it's one of the most obvious things. Like, metal is bigger than it's ever been, and heavier techno is also bigger than it's ever been. With like hard techno getting big, a lot of big EDM artists having screams and stuff. So especially right now is the best time ever. I think that the Browning actually has real potential. And I think that right now, that this is the biggest potential I've ever seen, just from the world and what the world is wanting from the techno realm and the metal realm. And so right now is actually what I think is the sign that's showing me the most that the potential is for real. And right now more than ever.
All right. Jake wants to know how the new song process normally goes. Some melodies first and then lyrics for it, or the other way around? And then also, please, some examples.
Hold on. First of all, this guy, he'll randomly come up to me like, "Hey, record this." I'm like, "What?" And he'll be like, like he'll do melodies on the spot. He'll be like, "Yeah, that's gonna be the one." And out of that, he will actually produce fire. He will actually produce like a fire like melody or a fire concept. So it works. And he has like a phone, like his phone full of audio notes that he sounds crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I live in a tiny town, and I'm pretty sure everyone in my grocery store thinks I'm crazy. I'm just like walking through the grocery store on my phone, like just all day. But usually it's a melody. Like there's just noise happening in my head at all times. And so it usually is like a big catchy melody, because that's one of the big benefits to the Browning is that it can be so extreme but have like catchy elements, because a lot of metal, I think, is lacking a lot of melody, but that's where the electronic side, like, that's the benefit we have for that. And so it usually does stem from a melody or like a really aggressive breakdown pattern or something in my head. And so usually that, but also like for examples, like I said, I write so much random crap that I've had a lot of songs, like one of our main songs right now called Wake Up. It was initially like a rap beat that I wrote. And so I was just randomly spamming rap beats. My phone has like 50 rap beats in it that I made. And Wake Up just came out of a rap beat. And so, you take out the drums, you add guitars instead of like an electronic bass, and it's a breakdown, And
Damn.
So, random stuff, but usually melody, sometimes rap beats.
Yeah. I don't know if you agree with this. Also, two things, remind me if I forget, but about breakdowns. What we just saw is something beautiful that I have seen very little, but I see more and more, and I think that it's key also for a good band dynamic and a good, like, long-lasting band project, like the admiration, the appreciation for between the musicians of the band. I really love that.
Oh, for sure. Now listen, I know he hates when I say this. I owe this man my life forever. I'm loyal to this guy for life. He changed my life.
Give him some love. Hell yeah. That deserves some love. And just last week, I heard the definition of a breakdown that blew my mind, or a definition of a breakdown. This was Yona from Battle Beast. He said that breakdowns are so good or move us so much because they're the contrast between the super heavy noise and then all of a sudden the complete silence. And it just, that's why I hadn't realized that it's this different sudden contrast that's why it's so good.
Yeah, whenever I'm writing songs, I view it as it's like a constant like build tension into like a release, and then even once and the release is usually like a drop where you get a lot of stuff that comes out, but like breakdowns. But then even once you drop it, you're immediately building tension to go to the next part, and then you release the tension when it goes to like the verse, like a fast part. But then when you're going fast, you're building the tension to release it again on the next drop. So it's like, yeah, it's a huge, it's the contrast of like it's full chaos and then everything like connects together at once. So breakdowns are the best thing in metal. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So Alexi wants to know, what would it take for an electronic metal band to headline a traditional metal festival? And is it even possible?
I mean, Electric Callboy is a perfect example of that. I mean, you know, I think at some point it becomes undeniable that the people are there to have a good time. And whenever the music is just blatantly just a good time, no matter what. And, you know, and people will see today, like, it doesn't matter where we're playing, the crowd pops off. And just because the techno side of it just gives so much natural energy. Even like one of my biggest influences, a concert I saw when I was young was Rob Zombie, and it felt like a rave, but it's rock music, you know? And so I think you just take that naturally into the future where we are and just adding actual techno into it. I think that 100%, it's undeniable that it moves the crowd, like the whole crowd, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think that 100% we'll see it like more and more. I mean, even today, I mean, Bring Me the Horizon's headliner, and half their stuff is electronic, you know?
Yep.
And so, or Bad Omens, they have synths in all their songs. And so it's just where it's going, you know? And so 100%. And, you know, I think next music we're going to write is pushing even heavier into like heavy techno, but with, you know, brutal vocals and stuff like this. So I think it pushes even harder into the electronic side, like going into the future. Yeah.
Yes. And talking about vocals, someone wants to know, can you show us how to do inhale screams? Asking for a friend. Was that friend me?
On 2 hours of sleep? Dang.
And without warm up.
Inhales I actually am in the process of like teaching everybody how to do it. It's such a stigma and people don't even understand it. Like a normal person doesn't. You know, I post videos because it's rage bait. You know, we got to get clicks. You know, we're just rage baiting people. If I put inhales on it, people are they're in the comments raging. And again, I'm all about it and don't care about no haters. But yeah, the vocals that I do, like I'm not screaming outwardly. I have air coming in to me. And so it's a very weird concept.
Is that all you do?
It's all inhale. Wow. Yeah, 100%.
Impressive.
And so people don't even necessarily know that that's a real thing. Or they don't understand it. We get comments like, what are you even talking about? What do you mean you're screaming N-word? It's like, I don't know. It's again, I got started on MySpace, you know, Nintendo core stuff, everyone doing pig squeals and stuff. And I didn't think I'd be a vocalist ever, you know, when I started doing this stuff, I was just doing it for fun. And it just kind of evolved into that. And I didn't think about it. I just do it, you know?
Yeah.
And so to me, it's not even something I think about. It's just when I think scream, that's what happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on that note, to wrap up into a very emotional session as well, the best question here, maybe you have to read it. Brie or blech?
Brie or blech? I'm going Brie. What are you going?
Oh, man. You know what? Everybody be doing blood nowadays. Nobody does enough breeze.
Not enough breeze.
For sure.
Thank you so much. Give it up for the Browning and go see them tonight. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you guys coming.
Thank you.